One of the questions I hear quite often is, what should I read in English if I am an intermediate learner? Should I read Harry Potter? I am here to tell you why I don't recommend Harry Potter for intermediate learners. Hello, hello. Welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, hi, I'm Jean. It's nice to meet you. Today, I want to give you my reasons for why I don't recommend reading or watching Harry Potter if you are an intermediate or beginner English learner. So, first of all, if you're focused on American English, there is no American English in Harry Potter. It is all British English. On the subject of accents, not only are the Harry Potter movies British English, but there are a lot of regional British accents in the movies that are less common in the UK. And might be more difficult to understand. So you're putting in a lot of work to understand an accent that is not super common. Even if you are learning British English, a lot of the expressions used in the Harry Potter series, in both the books and the movies, are old-fashioned by today's standards. These books, these movies don't really include a lot of modern or any modern slang. So it's not a good representation of how British teenagers really talk today. Now, on the subject of vocabulary, another reason I don't recommend Harry Potter is because there are tons and tons of made up words, meaning words that are not real words. There are tons of made up words that you will not use in real life. So, by reading or watching Harry Potter, you're doing a lot of work to understand these words, but then you don't get the benefit of being able to actually use them unless you're talking about Harry Potter to someone. On the subject of vocabulary in general, there's not a lot of useful daily vocabulary in the Harry Potter books or movies because the characters are not doing common everyday things. About the books specifically, the books are written in a style that isn't very learner friendly, even though it's supposed to be written for children. It has a lot of long, complex sentences, so it might be quite difficult for an intermediate learner to keep up with. So, none of these things are bad individually, but all together, this is why I never recommend Harry Potter to my students unless you really, really love Harry Potter and you're going to spend a lot of time discussing the Harry Potter books or movies in English. Instead, for the intermediate level, I recommend Ollie Richards' short stories. These are actually designed for intermediate learners. I myself have several of Ollie Richards' short story books for beginners in French, Brazilian Portuguese, and Spanish. So I can tell you from experience that the stories are pretty interesting and definitely useful for learning. If you want to learn more about how reading really helps you learn a language, you can check out this video here.